I think something that makes this place special is, you know, in most of North America, we have restricted land. You can't drive on the beach, you can't drive on certain trails, you can't drive in certain areas of state parks. To come here and just have this wide open terrain where you can really get to enjoy, you know, what your truck can do. There's something really special about that. So yesterday we were ripping up and down the beach with these like dunes that were the size of mountains. Number one, having, you know, professionals coaching us on, you know, the thresholds of what's safe and what's not safe, but also being able to really like experience what these trucks can do was really special. And that's what we got to do on the beach yesterday, just hitting whoops on the beach, but like you've got surf breaking on your left side, and you got really soft sand on the right, and just being able to really open up the truck. That was really a special moment yesterday. We had so much fun on the beach.
Here we are on the Pacific coast of Baja doing what I call man stuff. And yeah, we're enjoying the sun, we're having fun and telling each other stories, and then yeah, these guys are razzing each other, and I think somebody got up to like 95 on that beach, which is pretty amazing. So as we're sitting there just kind of watching everybody run up and down, and who's the winner? I mean, I of course have to say my driver, Alex, by a long shot.
That was the most fun. I think that's when Chris really started to realize he wasn't the fastest Baja driver anymore. Got out in front of him, and I never saw him again except for my rearview mirror. So he's been really quiet since that.
We got into San Juanico yesterday afternoon. We had enough time to go down to the beach. Quickly, everyone decided it'd be a good idea to see how fast and who had the best truck down the beach. And of course, that's a fairly low risk way to drive fast. So everyone was sort of drag racing down the sand. I think some of the trucks did better than the others. It'd probably be one that my shop built. But you know, it's one of those things. It's fun and way for the guys to do something more exciting versus just following in a line while we're on the tour.
I'm gonna try to surf for the first time here in Baja. Hopefully it's gonna go as good as these truck drivers out here. Right now we're in San Juanico, and supposedly this is like the longest swell stretch that you can get some good waves on. So hopefully we get some good stuff out here and have good luck.
We're gonna hop in the water, the nice Pacific Ocean. I think we got some guys on the group that are pros. Not quite sure about that, but I've heard. We're gonna see who's best at shredding the gnar in the Pacific, so we'll see. You know, you spend so much time on the road and like in the dirt, and like it's so much fun, but it's nice to have a change of pace, especially to like appreciate just the amount of fun that you can have when you're off-road. So like when you have a moment to decompress and chill out and take some time off and really experience like some of the opportunities that Baja presents, it's really a special thing. Being able to hop in the water, grab a surfboard, throw on a wetsuit, and like just be out there in no more than 3 minutes. I mean, like you can see the water from where we're sitting right now. It's unbelievable. And that's really, really special. It was a lot of fun.
As a whole, our group, we're pretty good off-roaders, but we're not very good surfers. And some of the guys here in San Juanico tried to surf today, and I think they missed the good waves by a little bit. But, you know, I think they had fun out there swimming around trying to catch a wave or two. And that's something we've never gotten to do on this trip before, is spend some time surfing or doing other things that Baja has to offer.
These surfers have no idea what they're doing. They're way too far out. And I've never surfed, but I can just observe that. They're one step up to me because they're in the water and I'm not.
It was fun for a first timer, but need to practice.
Not the worst day, not the best day, but it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Good to be out here with these guys.
There's a whole bunch of people out here. There's fucking waves everywhere. It's like, damn, that looks like fun. Let's do that. Of course, so I go back, throw a suit on, grab a board from Mike, get all the boys suited up with boards and everything. We come down to the beach, we start paddling out, and we're like, where'd the waves go? Granted, it was an hour later. So basically, we just went for a paddle, not actually surfing.
For these guys, we sit around a lot, we talk about trucks and parts and upgrades, and to have a Ford Raptor, you're already ready to come out here and play, and you gotta sometimes you gotta buy the ticket and come out to play, and it's so worth it.
The guys that they have on this trip with all the gear and resources that are chasing you, we've had a number of things go wrong to a number of different trucks, and they were taken care of, like super quick. and they were back on the trail again, no problem. Like if anything goes wrong, you're taken care of. I'm not worried about one thing.
I've been off-roading pretty much since, you know, the time I could drive as a teenager, and there's certain things that always worry you when you go off-road, as far as breaking things, needing tools, parts, things like that. And honestly, that was one of my biggest concerns, because it's an unknown area, somewhere I've never been, never done in my life. You know, Trey sends out a packing list and he's like, don't bring a bed full of tools. And I took it out and it's been awesome. Everything I've had, you know, a couple little things that come up just because you're out here running the truck so hard. They've all jumped in, fixed it right away. They've done a great job, and honestly, I couldn't imagine making this trip without having the support of Trey and his team behind him.
One of the best things that I love about doing these trips is the repeat customers and the people that come 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. You know, you become really close with them, you become good friends, you've got their number, you text on their birthdays, and it's always enjoyable to have those repeat customers. And most of our customers become repeat customers. I think 75 to 80% of the people that come more than once.
Coming on this trip for a second time, I've had the chance to engage with, you know, some of the new people that haven't been on the trip before. The first question is like, what is this going to be like? What is it, you know, what are we going to experience today? What are we going to see today? And I think what's really special is we're not going to see the same thing the second time around. So like, I don't know what we're going to run into. We might be running the same trail or going to a similar spot, but running a different trail. But like, it's all different. In my experience, at least on this trip, like everything that we've done going to the same destination has been different than last time. The best part about meeting some of the new people is like just being able to share, like, this was my first experience and on my second experience it's totally different. So like every time you come, you might be able to go to the same places, but it's a new experience all over again.
There's a number of folks here on this trip that have been here before, and so there were a lot of relationships already built. But dude, everybody here is so freaking friendly. The people who run this are so knowledgeable about these trucks, and so like they know what can be pushed and what can't, and when to do so to have the most fun you can possibly have.
If you come with a sense of adventure, you don't know what you're gonna get, but you are going to have a good time, and you're gonna get dusty, and that's awesome. And you are gonna become a better driver as well.
The first few days, didn't know what to expect, didn't know how it was going to be. Great group of people, phenomenal trip. Just the scenery is amazing, the trip's amazing, the trucks are absolutely phenomenal. Most of these trucks are stock trucks, and they're doing everything they can, giving everything they got, and so far, knock on wood, nothing's broke.
We become a family, you know, we care about each other, we want to make sure everyone's safe. You really get to know them, and you're constantly talking to them on the radio and creating handles for everybody. You are a family for sure.
Going fast, off-road is a lot of fun. I enjoy it, and I know everyone else does too, but I really like exposing people to all the other things that make Baja so special, which is the culture, friendships, you know, going to different beaches. You go to a beach where there's not a single person for 20 miles, and you've got it to yourself, seeing the missions, just the rich history and culture and the good people of Baja. Like, I really enjoy getting to see that and come back and experience it every time I'm here, and I hope everyone else does too.
Sometimes I'll be sending a photo to a friend of mine, or I'll post something on one of my social media stories, and like anytime anyone sees that, they're like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? This is like the most outrageous thing in the world, and of course they want to be here. I think the best way that I could put it is like, come down here to experience off-road culture that's been ingrained for the past 50 years or more, and just ripping through dirt, getting to experience like cool sights and hang with good friends and like really take in the culture. I think it's more than just an off-road experience. It's like really a lifestyle and cultural immersion experience. If there's any better way to put it, I wish I could put it.
The YouTube video doesn't do it any justice. And you know, I'm taking all these pictures, and I take the picture and I look at it, I'm like, man, it just doesn't look the same. And you know, I'm sure everybody's like, oh, that's great. And I'm like, you just don't understand the grandeur and how beautiful this country is till you come down here and do this.
We've had so many laughs, right? That's the one thing that's consistent, is we are laughing with all of our new friends and having a good time, and everybody's telling their stories, and then you start razzing each other, and yeah, it's such an amazing experience to kind of have the shared experience together with new people from all over the country who share this one common goal of having a good time and getting dirty and having fun with these trucks.
If you haven't been on a Baja Raptor run, I can tell you firsthand that this is one of the most fun, memorable trips you will ever go on, and I highly encourage you to do it.